And we're a country that love to watch the game we love with passion live. We want to see the result here and then. Incorporating Spark into it, I know that's where it's heading to in the future. Everything's going to be operating via Ethernet and Internet and that whole World Wide Web, where the dish on the old houses won't be working anymore. It's all going to change. Technology is going to make that change. So it does look like they are going to implement this type of thing as the kickstone. I would not have chosen this event to particularly do it.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. When you take a look at the makeup of the country, it's just taken so long when Sky got incorporated to houses. And I know some of the whānau down on the East Coast who want to view TV have to go to the extent of paying a monthly cost to have Sky. That's the only way they can receive a signal.
Yeah.
What is it like for the country, for the majority who can't pick up broadband, let alone fibre optic broadband, because you do not want to be sitting in front of your TV, let alone have a TV that's going to have the capability to run internet, and you don't want to be sitting there watching a buff, mate.
Yeah, and they might also...
Yeah, so obviously they must have done the research. Look, it's a multi-million-dollar company. Surely they've done the background before even thinking about negotiating a deal. But it's what it is. I'm not going to get it. I think it's a waste of time, waste of money.
Okay.
I do know there's a Sky Sports channel connected with Spark, and you can see it on your Sky decoder now if you have My Sky. It's channel 59. I would guess watch the space on that channel.
Okay. What about you, Ra? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, and I agree with Reen, and along with many other Kiwis, we're in the same boat as well. Like, I've got Sky, so I'll probably check out that channel there. But, one of the reasons people get Sky is because we thought, a lot of sports games would be covered, and then they went ahead and negotiated this deal with Spark for money, obviously. And there's been a lot of issues and a lot of negative publicity from viewers in regards to it. So, again, not so good feather in the cap of the rugby union, because sadly they put money before the fans, and I think rugby again will suffer in the long run. I'm definitely not going to get it if I watch it on TV1 or by some other means. I will, but it's a rip-off, Keithy.
I was certainly contemplating getting them live, but I'm pretty much in your guys' boat. I can certainly wait for if I have to. I don't want to though, but if I have to, I'll wait for the delayed coverage, but I don't want to. And I think that goes the same with a lot of the other rugby fans, the viewing rugby fans out there, Rino?
Oh, totally. I don't think they've done the marketing value on this in the correct way as well, because
it's been terrible.
When you take a look at the makeup, yeah, exactly. And how many of the folk
are going to
internet, know what it's all about?
Exactly.
Everything like that. Some of these people these days who are passionate rugby fans, that's not their technology world.
Yeah, exactly.
And, for the young savvy people who have it and work in that area, and you would guess the majority of the people who made the decisions around the Spark table to negotiate the deal, of course they would know about it. They work with it. They live with it. It's their bread and butter.
Yeah.
But take a look at the most common person that lives in the most rural rugby area.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they wouldn't really have a clue how to justify, let alone get another component of technology into their house. It's hard enough having Sky and dealing with the livelihood of paying a monthly cost for that. So I don't know. I think that, to me personally, like I said, I think they picked the wrong event, especially with an event that has so much passion and pride
for our country.
Like us here in Aotearoa.
Yeah, for our country.
Exactly. I would have gone somewhere else. You could have gone, dare I say, maybe the FIFA World Cup or the America's Cup. America's Cup's got its own audience.
Yes.
Why not go on and play with $1 billion sport thing like that?
Yep. Where there are so many fans.
It's here in our country.
Yes. When there are so many fans. You don't have to worry about
the internet coverage getting back to our country.
Yep.
It's right here on our back doorstep. So why didn't they negotiate and do something like the hosting of the America's Cup, which is right here, and see how that planned out? That's what I would have done. Not an event that means so much to people like us three and others who love rugby.
Absolutely. That's Rino Wilkinson's Put the Boot In. But, it just is... I don't know if it just wasn't well thought out, wasn't planned out well, and it's getting communicated to the public in a terrible way where most people don't even understand what the hell is going on. That's how I see things anyway, Rino. What do you reckon, bro?
I totally agree with you. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I'm exactly like you, like most of the pundits. I don't want to see a delayed thing. I don't want to see the result because most of us live in the world of social media these days, and someone's going to pop up the result. You'll see it before you even get to watch the game, unless you stay away from any social media platform. But it's hard to do.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And it is.
I know Rawa put the result up. He's one of those pundits if he knows it before.
I would say. Well,
because I feel for the fans out there who will miss out. As I say, some of us have got Sky.
Yeah, he's a ruiner.
Will be idiot enough to buy that subscription. I won't be. But I reckon again the rugby union have forgotten who the main audience is, and it's the fans. They could have done a deal with the sponsors and the big companies to charge exorbitant things to advertise during those spots and still provide the coverage, free to air, especially the All Black games for the viewers. But
exactly.
So again, they've gone and will be alienating a huge part of the audience. So it's a bad move.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and Spark said that they will put some games. There's I think 4 games on free to air. However, they're 4 rubbish games that nobody's going to watch anyway. I mean, they're not the All Black games that are from the group stage. They're just random, whoever the heck it is. Not even one of the bigger. Some of the bigger teams are going to be part of that. Just thank goodness that they're going to show the finals, but only the finals. Hey, is it the finals and the semi-finals? It's just I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on, Reno?
No, it is annoying. Look, we love the game and we want to watch it, like I've said, and just to give us what we want to watch, the semi-finals, finals, we want to watch most of the games, especially the All Black games. We want to watch it there and now and live, not find out later. So we'll have to see what Spark's going to deliver, and in a technology world where they're pretty fully aware of, and the backlash on this when it comes to social media, I hope they're ready for that.
Well, and this is going to... Well, no, we'll talk about it a little bit later. In fact,
especially when it's going into election year next year, mate.
Yes, very true, very true. Let's, real quick, what do you reckon about the Tonga game and the All Blacks today?
All Blacks be too strong, I guess.
Okay. I think it's going to... I think... that Tonga are going to smash some of those All Blacks, and we might have to get some replacements in. What do you reckon about the game today, the All Blacks Tonga, Ra?
Yeah, I'm of the same opinion too, Casey. I think it's going to be a blowout score. It's going to be a big score, but I think the particular focus and emphasis for us as fans and even the coaching as a staff will be how many players get injured, and yes. That's going to be the main concern because those Tongans, they've got nothing to lose. They're going to throw caution to the wind and they're going to try and damage or soften up as much of our men in black as they can. So it'll be a watch this space.
We'll be back with more Full Time right after this.
Turanga FM.
On behalf of the full-timers, I would just like to say big thanks to Joachim Currid, who brings us our music intro. Check him out on joachimcurrid.com. He's also on YouTube, Twitter, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify, Instagram, and follow him on Facebook. Another big thanks goes out to Silent Partner, who brings us our outro. Check out their music on YouTube. And also thanks must go to the Polish Ambassador for the backing music for this promo. Check out the Polish Ambassador on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Beatport, Instagram, Twitter, and on his website, thepolishambassador.com.
You're listening to a podcast produced by Turanga FM, #1 iwi radio station in Aotearoa. We play each full-time session on Turanga FM Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. You can listen in live on our Turanga FM media page. Just click the main Turanga FM logo to tune in online. Or if you're in the Gisborne area, we're on the radio frequencies 91.7, 95.7 and 98.1. Also check out the Fooltime Facebook page where you can listen to the podcast again. Make comments and click links that will lead you to other ways to listen to the podcast, such as Spreaker, iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, Podchaser and Tumblr. Right, let's get back to the Fools on Fooltime.
Welcome along to our second session here on Fooltime. I want to send another shout out, of course, going out to our sponsors, Race Greg Motors. We're down there on Grey Street. Let's talk a bit of rugby league. There have been a few good games so far with the Rabbitohs and the Roosters on Thursday night, Reno.
Yeah, and I see the Rabbitohs upset the Roosters towards the end of the game there as well. So Wayne Bennett getting a win, getting the points over the much favoured Roosters going into this game. And I see Manly got carved up as well by the Eels.
Yes,
in the game as well. So a couple of turnaround results. Is this the weekend where we see those turnaround results and think the Warriors might beat the Raiders? You laugh.
Why not? Why not? Well, the Storm, they were a good game by the Cowboys though, but the Storm were still able to beat the Cowboys in the end last night, eh?
Yeah, we're. And hey, look, they're the team, they're the premier team, they won the minor premiership. This is the last round for some of the teams as it gets into the business round and the launch next week of the girls competition at the same time. Yes. So, yeah, it's a big week coming up with the leaguey fans out there. There'll be teams that will be saying, well, that's the season done and dusted. Where the hell did we go wrong? How can we build up for 2020? What do we need to put in place to make a better year than we were ending this year? So that's what's going to happen. We'll have 8 teams left in the comp. And like I say, the Storm will be there. I would guess the Roosters. The interesting will be seeing how Manly gets on now to make their top 8.
Yeah, indeed. Well, for us armchair watchers, I suppose, what a day that we've got planned. First of all, 12 o'clock kickoff, the Barbarians game. Then, of course, there's Tonga versus the All Blacks, 2:30. Then, if you're still a Warriors fan, you even get to see them on TV too. 5 o'clock kickoff. What do you reckon, Ra?
Yeah, actually, I wasn't going to waste my time with the Warriors, but their last game, I believe. So, hopefully they can maybe end off the season. Not another great season, but hopefully they can end off with a win. We'll have to wait and see, but it'll be good. But the other 2 games definitely armchair sort of, Saturday, especially when the weather's like this, Kathy.
Well, I think on Wednesday I said that I'm going to do a Ra Walker and support the Raiders, so that's what I'm going to do. Go the Raiders.
And you'd be a wise man there, learning from that Ra Walker joker.
How do you reckon the Warriors will go there, Reno?
Mate, I'd like to see them win, but I can't see it not over there against the pretty informed Raiders team. They've done pretty good over the last few weeks, and it looks like they're going to be top 8 material for Ricky Stewart and the boys. They deserve it, and look at the former Warrior, Nickel Clockstead at the back there, maybe getting the number 1 jersey player of the year when they have their awards coming up soon. So they've had an outstanding year. Just another Warrior will let go, and he's played well. Look, he wasn't going to stay at the Warriors with RTS being signed up. Rogers played extremely well all season. You can guarantee you he'll be player of the year and everything like that. He deserves it. We just need the other guys around him to pick up. But hey, it's going to come to the end this afternoon. Will I watch it? I'm not going to race to the TV to watch it. I'll watch the other 2 games.
Yeah.
I'll be watching the other 2 definitely. When I get home, I'll most surely catch a tailing because I'm down at the East Coast game all day today.
Yeah.
I'll be down there soon at 10 o'clock, and then I'll miss that Legends game, so I'll get to watch the replay because I know we've got to do our rugby podcast tomorrow. But I'll catch up with the AB game, and yeah, I'll drown my sorrows and watch the Warriors. Warriors hearty all the way, keeping the faith.
Will the Bulldogs be able to upset the Broncos? What do you reckon there, Reno? I mean, obviously the Broncos, they need a win. They need this particular win in order to get into the will stay in the top 8. Can the Bulldogs upset them, bro?
Yeah, they can upset them. Bulldogs have done it over the previous weeks and upset some of the teams. They've got nothing to lose. They know their season's